So according to the official Steam page, Population Zero is a massively multiplayer action-adventure RPG. That sounds pretty cool, right?
You were all my heart knew. That's all I held on to, but you let go.
Wait. Uh-oh. Oh no. No, this is not looking very promising at all. But maybe the trailer looks better? Okay. Artemis. You know what, like, right off the bat, I know this is like a cinematic trailer, but like right off the bat, you can tell that their facial expressions already look better than Mass Effect Andromeda. We're getting a look at various biomes found throughout the game. And I see tentacle monsters there. Yep. This kind of reminds me of like a Star Wars setting. I don't know, do you guys kind of get like a Star Wars vibe from this? Well, he's dead. And then he's back with another 168 hours to go. And he looks completely different. So yeah, that's the trailer for Population Zero. Apparently it's an exploration survival multiplayer game, which is, you know, kind of different to what it lists on Steam. Now, I have never done a dedicated video on Population Zero, but I do recall including it in a news video or two. So, what is Population Zero? It is an amalgamation of genres, perhaps too many for its own good. See, the game just launched into a paid early access. The game has several different packs available, ranging from $30 to $50. They state that the game is near the finishing line, but they've actually opted to roll out into early access first to gauge player feedback prior to an official launch. This probably ended up being a better idea than they'd originally planned, as they are sitting at a pretty low 40% like ratio in terms of reviews. That is definitely not how you want to launch your game, but at the same time, it is definitely within the realm of possibility to completely turn this around, to take the initial negative player reception and do something with it, and do something about it. Now, this early access in question, even though the game is near the finishing line, is planned to last a minimum of 9 months. That is a little bit questionable. The game takes place on an alien planet. You're one of several survivors from Earth with no way of ever returning home. You have a total of 168 hours left before facing extinction. Your goal is to work together with the other survivors in an attempt to restart your hibernation pod, all the while gathering resources, building up your base, and trying not to die to the creatures that wander the planet. And while the game lists itself as an MMO, I can tell you that it's much more of your typical survival game than anything. While the core game is focused on PvE, cutting down trees, killing monsters, building your base, it is also a PvP game that allows you to fight other players and lose everything you work towards. Pretty much like Rust or Ark or really any other survival game of its kind. Population Zero is attempting to compete with other games like Last Oasis and Conan Exiles, and from the reception that it has received thus far, it is not doing too well. Player feedback, one of the most common issues players are reporting, is that the game is just a buggy mess, which, you know what, in all honesty, is pretty much guaranteed in an early access game. You guys should already have anticipated going into it, and I mean, this is why I personally don't buy into early access games, because I get a product that is going to be a buggy mess, that is going to be broken, that is going to be incomplete. But at the same time, not a single person has praised its combat, most people claiming that it's actually worse than other games, most of the other games in the genre even. However, what it does right is the PvE, providing a large open world that is stunning and beautiful to look at. Although the questing system, which yes, there is an actual questing system present in game, is pretty much restricted to fetch and kill quests, which, you know what, since we're MMO players, isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like, we're used to this kind of questing system already. It's more so due to the fact that quests are taken and completed within a hub area, which means that it could have you running all over the map attempting to complete them, only to have you have to run all the way back to turn it in. Now, from what I could tell, the majority of negative reviews left left on Steam were due to players that had expected more out of the game. NPCs, deeper skill trees, more impactful choices, when what they ended up ultimately getting was kind of like a bare bones game lacking depth and diversity. And you know what? That is okay. The game is, while technically near the finishing line, still absolutely nowhere to being near to a complete state. And while I would honestly advise against buying into this early access right now, I do think over time this could kinda end up being a very solid title if they can somehow successfully turn all of this around. But that's just my opinion, my impressions of the newly released Population Zero. What do you guys think though? Let me know down in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna